Hey everybody, C-Note here. I wanted to give you guys an update on this podcast course that I've been working on. Basically, what's coming is this entire massive package that is tentatively going to be close to 6 to 10 hours. I know that's a wide range, but it's probably going to be around 8 to 10 hours, really, is what I'm saying. It is this massive package of videos that is me doing videos like this where I'm talking to the camera and giving you kind of conceptual discussions about podcasting, but then also doing some screen capture stuff and sharing with you the inception of a podcast from a technical standpoint. So we kind of start from conception to execution and talk about all of the points in between. Everything from finding your voice to figuring out what your mission is, your why, who your audience should be or is, who you're talking to, how you use your voice, what kind of presentation you should have. Should you consider some sort of like opening line? How should you structure your podcast? Should you have guests? Should you not have guests? Sponsors, things like that. And I'm going to have a couple of interviews on the package as well, in the full package, which is like the big, basically the ginormous everything that I'm doing in one big ginormous billing together. And then I'm going to have like a smaller package, which is a little bit more of like a technical one that is just more about getting the podcast up and talking a little bit about some of the conceptual things. And then I'm going to do some free videos online as promotional material, but also as some free ways that if you don't want to deal with all of me talking for 10 hours, you can I'll probably just put up a couple of basic videos of how to get a podcast going. So like this full thing is going to also feature 3 interviews with 3 different friends of mine who are, one person is starting his own podcast, another person is a veteran podcaster who does some editing, and then somebody else is going to be someone that talks about, who works with podcasters and is going to talk more about getting sponsors and getting guests on your show. Basically, she's specifically a talent agent that gets guests onto podcasts. So we're going to talk a little bit about that as well. So there's going to be a lot here. There's going to be so much information. And basically I'm giving you this heads up that this is the official pre-sale. So I don't have a price yet for this podcast, but for the podcast course, but I know the price that I want to give the pre-sale, and that pre-sale price is going to be at least 60% off. So if you want in on this before it's done, I can show you a sample of what I'm doing. If you want in before this is done, hit me up in the comments or message me. Let me know that you're interested. I'll give you the price. Let's get this thing going. And while I'm finishing this thing up, you'll still have access to me to do one-on-one chats or ask me questions. And I'll make sure that basically what I'm doing is not just giving you like at least 20 videos to help you in your endeavors to get your podcast up. But the general idea is I want to make sure that you are a success and that you figure out everything that you want to do with a podcast and just make it happen in the way that feels most natural and best to you. So I'm basically sharing what's been working for me with dopamine and expanding upon that in every sense that I can through talking to the camera and doing these videos on screen, giving you as much technical and conceptual detail as I can. So that's everything. Letting you know the pre-sale is active now. I just don't have a price that I can share with you just yet publicly. But if you want to message me, I'll give you that price and we can get things going.